Hi everybody, I'm Viceroy Smith along with my partner and former racer Magnus Samuelson Jr. and we welcome you to Race 4 of the NASCAR Supercharger Series Championship here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. The cars are rolling onto the track and we will take you through the top 10. So sitting on the pole you have one of the couple hometown heroes. That's James Kunkel. He is the points leader. He has finished he's finished second 3 times in a row now. Let's see if he can make it a 4th or if he can finally get the win. Or let's see if the bad luck bug will bite his ass. Speaking of the bad luck bug, you've got Mark Edwards, that number 10 Valvoline car. He is last in points, but he is second for this race. Third, the number 44, Alex Tanker. He is doing great this season. 4th, Nicole Cosgrove in that 5 car. 5th, the number 66 of Brian LaFleur Jr. He has won 2 races in this series so far. 6th, the 41 of Joseph Clark. 7th, the 23 of Dylan Young. 8th, the Commissioner, CJ Walker, in that beautiful AT-AT Park car. 9th, the number 05 of Jake Cole. And 10th, the number 10 of Robbie Noonan. The pace car has rolled off the track, and James Kunkel, the hometown hero, will lead us to green flag racing. It's like Joseph Clark having a weird start. Oh, in trouble. Oh shit, there are things going on, and it's not over yet. Oh, and Daniel Raines just takes the tumble. But we stay green flag. We stay green flag. As just a crazy start up front. Oh, going back to Daniel Raines. Looks like his car is having problems. Joseph Clark, he is now coming into the pits. Unfortunate, not even into turn 1. It's like we've got a bunch of rookies going on out there. Going back to the front, you see James Kunkel, he has retained the lead with Dylan Young right behind him, followed by Alex Tanker, CJ Walker, Brian LaFleur Jr., Nicole Cosgrove, and Mark Edwards. As CJ Walker will take that inside line. He's going for 3rd place. And he will get that spot, knocking on the door of Dylan Young. They want to make it 3 wide here for the lead. They do. Can James Kunkel hang on to it? Yes, he does, but he will go all the way back to 5th spot, back to 6th. As CJ Walker takes the lead with teammate Nicole Cosgrove right behind him, as Alex Tanker now makes it 3 wide for 2nd place. And Brian LaFleur Jr. still right up there. Brian LaFleur Jr., Alex Tanker, James Kunkel. These guys have just been absolutely dominant this season. On the other hand, Mark Edwards, Dylan Young, and CJ Walker haven't done their best job, I guess you could say. I don't know if I'd call it their best job, but they certainly haven't had the luck that some of these other guys have had. Oh, and you see down there in the bottom, that's Ralph Mason. He had to come into the pits after that accident. Let's take you back to what happened there, this debacle that happened in the trial at the green flag, not even into turn 1. As we are on lap 5 of 33, we'll take you to this replay and see what happens here, lap 6. So here we are, we're just now going green, the 41 of Joseph Clark. Take a look at what happens here as he gets a really slow start. He may have spun his tires or something, but he definitely didn't get the start he was looking for. As Brian LaFleur Jr. and Dylan Young go on the inside, and CJ Walker passes by him on the outside, and Jake Cole goes inside, and the 72 of DJ Kirker just slams into the back of him, takes out the 05, right into Robbie Noonan, hits the 46 of Ralph Mason. He gets turned by Jeffrey Finn guy, but look at this save by the 46. That is just fucking incredible. And he keeps on going, but it's not done yet. You've got the number 2 down there. That's Alan Bedgood. He gets into the side of the 41. 41 gets into the side of the 62. The 62 gets into the side of the 1. The 1 hits the wall. The 62 just gets destroyed. He goes around, and by some cruel joke, there's no caution that comes out. And that right there may have cost Daniel Raines the race. And going back up through the field here, you see the 80, the 16, they both get out of it. But Joseph Clark, again, just not having the day he was looking for. As we continue green flag racing. So with that, we'll take you to our first commercial break, and we will be back in just a few moments. Hang tight, people. Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Atlanta, where we have a new leader as there's a battle for first. Nicole Cosgrove, the 23 of Dylan Young. And Nicole Cosgrove will get that spot with CJ Walker and James Kunkel right behind him. And looks like we have a 3-wide battle for 5th. Not anymore, that's thinned out. And once again, a familiar sight as the number 69 of James Kunkel looking inside for 2nd place. It's his favorite spot. And Alex Tanker and Brian LaFleur Jr. right behind him. These guys have had a tremendous season so far. And right behind that number 66 is the 10 of Mark Edwards. He has not had such a spectacular season. He is last in points right now, but if this performance continues, it's definitely going to change for the better for him, because it really can't get any worse. Behind them you see that Dodge, that red Dodge. That is Joseph Clark. He's several laps down. He's the instigator on that lap 1 fiasco. He will not be a factor in this anymore. And way back behind him, you have this 2nd pack, which is being led by the 16 of Jeremy Britt. Dion Scott right behind him. That is for, I believe, 10th place. Connor Breton pushing him out of the way. And Jess Piccoli, he's had a very average run so far here today. Going back behind him, Mason Wooden at 21, the 48 of Chris Summers. A 32 of Clint Vader, the hometown hero. He's looking to get a good finish here today. And he's been pretty aggressive so far. Yeah, he has. I was talking to him during practice, and he really wants it here. He really wants to win in his own backyard. And if this continues, he may be looking at a top 10, but so far I haven't seen anything that'll put him up front right now. And with that, we can go 3 wide here as Jess Piccoli is getting passed by, getting passed by 3 or 4 cars there. And right behind Clint Vader, you've got that number 2. That's Alan Bedgood. He got a little bit of that accident, but he's doing just fine, it looks like, as he makes his way to the front of this pack. That's 72, that's DJ Kirker. He got in that accident, and he's hanging in there. Right behind him, that's JT Teal and that other Best Buy car. He's having an alright run. And behind all these guys, you've got that number 46 car, that's Ralph Mason. He had an incredible save on that lap 1 wreck, but looks like the car just took too much damage. He had to pit. His car is still hanging in there, but once again, he's just been at the wrong place at the wrong time. And he's got a car that can compete, but he just wasn't on the lead lap. Still isn't on the lead lap. He's looking for a caution, so we'll see if he can get that. And Jeffrey Fun Guy, same thing. He has a car that can compete, but he needs to get back on that lead lap. Should be seeing some pit stops here soon as we go back up to the front, as there's a gaggle of cars here. Yeah, we should be seeing pit stops here within the next lap or two. We'll see who comes in. Oh, looks like James Kunkel. He might be going in for the stop. And yes, he does. James Kunkel is the first one going into pit road. And we will hang with this pack of cars here, as they will more than likely be coming in the next time around, or soon enough. There's Daniel Rains. Daniel Rains, he got the worst of it on that first lap incident. He is several laps down. His car is a non-factor, so pay no attention to him. And looks like people are coming down, and we will take a look and see who we got coming in here. It'll be the 47, the 23, the 44, and the 10. As James Kunkel goes off. And we will see who comes out of here on top. What do they say about that 47 car? They're saying it's really good. They're really happy with it. No adjustments. 4 tires, fuel. Things beautiful. They're really happy to be running up front. It's where they want to be. They want to be away from all the dumbasses in the back. And they are really happy with what they've got today. Alright, and with that, the 47 comes out, and it'll be the 47, the 44, the 23, and the 10. So everyone had very timely pit stops. And we'll see if CJ Walker can beat James Kunkel here on the track. Let's go on board with James Kunkel and see what he sees. As you see that beautiful 47 car up there. And James Kunkel is coming up fast. He's got plenty of help behind him, as we have more leaders coming up on the track ahead of him. Looking for the pass inside. Can he get it? No, the 66 of Brian LaFleur gets in front of him. And Nicole Cosgrove is clocked in first right now. She will take us to lap 20 of 33. The score update has her in second. First place right now is Ralph Mason. He is well off the pace. He'll be going to the pits here shortly. This is the pack to watch, as once again you've just got these 3 guys right here, James Kunkel, Alex Tanker, and Brian LaFleur Jr., as they just continue to dominate this series, with the teammates 47 and 5 right behind them, looking to see what they can bring to their team. As Alex Tanker once again takes the lead, with Brian LaFleur Jr. right behind him. The 62 of Daniel Rains coming up the track. Let's see if he will blow some momentum here, as the 44 gets by, but Brian LaFleur gets stuck behind him, as well as the 47 and the 5 and the 69, looks like. As Alex Tanker gets a good lead going on lap 22 here. But with this pack racing, they'll catch up quick, as the 66 is coming up behind him. Another slow donkey. That's the number 77 of Robbie Noonan there. Let's see if someone decides to do a pick and roll with him. Brian LaFleur Jr. looking on the inside here. And the 44 will get stuck, and the 5 will get stuck. Looks like Robbie Noonan is just playing with him out there. He knows his race is done, so he might as well have a little fun and ruin someone else's day. Yeah, what an asshole. As the number 66 retains the lead. As they are going through turns 3 and 4. So Alex Tanker is looking right behind him. He's looking inside, and they bring us to lap 24. 47 in the 5. Still hung up behind Robbie Noonan there. And we'll go through the back of the pack. Go through the pack just a little bit here. Go through that second pack. You see the 18 of Jeffrey Finn guy. He is not on the lead lap. He is holding back all these guys. And Mark Edwards and Daniel Raines, that 23 car, who were in that first pack for the majority of the race, have now fallen back to the second pack. Looks like they're had a couple problems on pit road. So we'll see if they can get back up there. This is one fast pack, but with only a handful of laps left, not sure if they can make it. So with the exception of that number 1 car of Jeffrey Finn guy, all these cars are on the lead lap. Jump back once more as Chris Summers. Again, he's on the lead lap, but he just can't catch up to the draft. Yeah, it's a shame for him. He had a pretty fast car. He was sitting there in that second pack. And this is one of those speedways where if you can't get up with someone, then you might as well be 5 laps down. Going back one more spot. There's a battle here for 14th. That's Alan Bedgood and Jess Vicoli. Jess Vicoli will get that spot. And behind them, once again, it's that 41 of Joseph Clark. Had that incident on lap 1. His car has been done now for quite some time. He's just being a roadblock. Way behind him is Dion Scott, who is on the lead lap, who is in 16th right now. Again, there must be another bad pit stop because his there was nothing really wrong with his car, nothing that we're aware of, just another bad pit stop, and couldn't get out there with the rest of the cars. So he is all by himself, and that's it's a shame for him. DJ Kerger, again, he's falling off the pace. He was looking to have a good day, but he had some minor damage after that incident. So going back to the front, again, still battling, it's Alex Tanker and Brian LaFleur Jr. And Brian LaFleur Jr. looking inside. And they will take us to lap 29 of 33, just a handful of laps to go. As the 47's looking to get on it. The 5 getting up on the throttle. The 69, you know what he's thinking. He doesn't want another second place finish. He'll take it, but he wants that win. He's gone so close so many times. As Alex Tanker's looking inside, making it too wide. This is exactly what CJ Walker and the other cars want to see. They want to see these two guys racing so they can catch up. As the 47's looking inside, and he will take that spot from Brian LaFleur Jr. Here comes Nicole Cosgrove. She takes that inside line. Brian LaFleur Jr. on the outside. That's not where he wants to be right now, but still with a few laps to go. Alex Tanker coming up on lap traffic there. That's the 72 of DJ Kirker. We were just talking about him. Let's see if this does anything for these lead lap cars. 44 gets by just fine. And it looks like, oh, that was a close one. The 69 will get by. The 5, the 66 will get by. 47's the one that got stuck behind him. And he continues to draft off the slower car. Not sure what his problem is. As he finally gets some sense and takes that inside line. Back up front, look who it is. Mr. Second Place, James Kunkel. With 2 to go, he's knocking on the door of Alex Tanker. And here comes Brian LaFleur Jr. Brian LaFleur's making a move. He's looking inside on James Kunkel. He goes down there. That's where you want to be. He's got it. Here comes Nicole Cosgrove and CJ Walker. As Alex Tanker brings us to the white flag. Brian LaFleur Jr. looking inside. He runs him up the track. Brian LaFleur Jr. takes the lead. Here comes Nicole Cosgrove and CJ Walker with a head of steam. Can they get past him? Brian LaFleur Jr. Here comes CJ Walker making a move on his teammate. Coming into turn 3, it's Brian LaFleur Jr. and Alex Tanker. These are the only 2 winners so far in the Supercharger Series. Who can come out on top? Brian LaFleur Jr., Alex Tanker looking inside. And it will be Brian LaFleur Jr. with 3 wins of the season. 3 wins out of 4. This guy is red hot. Unbelievable. Brian LaFleur Jr. wins his 3rd race. Alex Tanker finished 2nd. Another dominating car so far this season, so far this race. And James Kunkel, how about James Kunkel? His worst finish of the season, 4th. Wow. Yeah, I wish my career sucked that bad. Unbelievable. These guys. Nicole Cosgrove finishing 5th. CJ Walker there finishing 3rd. Going back to 6th, that's Clint Vader. Clint Vader got a really strong finish. That's what he was looking for here at his home track. 7th is going to go to Dylan Young. 8th is JT Teal. He bounced back from a wreck from last week. So yes, that is Atlanta for you. Up until the final lap. Nobody knew who was going to win. It was a coin toss at the end. Brian LaFleur Jr. You got to hand it to this guy. He's had 3 wins so far on the season, and it's just getting started. Well, everybody, I'm your host, Viceroy Smith. My partner, Magnus Samuelson Jr. Yeah. And we want to thank you for tuning in and watching Race 4 here at Atlanta of the NASCAR Supercharger Series. We hope to see you all next week. Here is your race standings and your point standings as they stand. See you guys next week.